Ladies and gentlemen, members of the fourth estate, I'm Dr. RUTO Kenyan National Chamber of Commerce and Industry President, and it is with immense pride and gratitude that I'm here today to announce a significant milestone for our nation Kenya and Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. On July 26, 2024, it was officially announced by the President of World Chamber Federation, Mr. Rifat Issa Krolgu, the esteemed chair of the World Chamber Federation, that Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Nairobi, Kenya has been selected to host the inaugural World Chamber Federation African Regional Summit in May 2025. This prestigious event is a landmark achievement for Kenya and Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The selection followed a highly competitive bidding process where we stood out over several formidable contestants in the African region. Our successful bid is a testament to robust efforts of Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the unwavering support of our partners. The World Chamber Federation Africa Summit is not merely a conference. It represents a pivotal opportunity to shape the future of the commerce and industry on our continent. Historically, World Chamber Federation has organized influential summits globally for the first time, Africa will have the honor of hosting this significant event next in May. This summit aims to bring together business leaders, entrepreneurs, and innovators from across Africa and beyond to foster dialogue, collaboration, and economic growth. We anticipate that the summit will attract over 4,500 participants from around 70 countries across Africa and the globe, including key stakeholders from various sectors. This gathering will signal to the world our confidence in Kenya as a regional hub and the strength of our private sector. It will also highlight Kenya's critical role in the African Free Continental Trade Area and underscore our position as a key investment destination in Africa. Hosting the World Chamber Federation Summit is a monumental opportunity for Kenya. It will draw investors, create opportunities for trade and partnership, and significantly boost our tourism and hospitality sector. Moreover, will enhance Kenya's reputation as a vibrant and innovative economy capable of hosting global events of such a magnitude. Kenya National Chamber of Commerce is committed to collaborating with various stakeholders to ensure the success of this summit. We will partner with the government, private sector, development partners, regional blocs, and international community at large to create a platform that addresses the pressing issues of facing the business sector and explores new opportunities for growth. At Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, our rich global network and dedicated trade missions have been instrumental in achieving this honor. This summit aligns perfectly with our agenda to promote economic development, facilitate trade, foster conducive business environment in Kenya and Africa at large. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the World Chamber Federation for entrusting and ensuring us with this prestigious event. I also express my deepest gratitude to the KNCCI National Board, the National Governing Council, the KNCCI Secretariat, and our partners for their relentless efforts and support in the bidding process. Together, we will ensure that the inaugural World Chamber Federation Summit in May 2025 is a resounding success, leaving a lasting impact on all participants and the global business community. Thank you very much. Any questions and comments?
I have a question. My name is Maximila Wafula, write for the County Diary. I have like Wafula.
Okay.
I have like two questions. The first one, first of all, congratulations of having that bid in Kenya. The first question is, what are the key themes and issues that will be discussed during the summit? And then how does the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce plan to foster dialogue and collaboration among the diverse group of attendees? Then can you provide more details about the expected outcomes and goals of the summit? And then if maybe you can highlight if may be expecting some key speakers from international countries. As per you said, they are targeting 4,070 from Africa countries. Thank you so much.
Okay, any other question? Just repeat your last question.
My last question, you said over 4,000 people will be attending the Africa World Summit, then across around 70 countries. So can you just give us a highlight? If we'll be having international speakers towards the summit from 70 countries that we just mentioned.
Okay,
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I can answer those ones as you have other questions. So thank you very much. And the theme for this is bringing the global business community to Africa. And the main issue will be to foster trade and investment opportunities, both in Kenya and in the African region. And one of the main objectives is to boost the intra-African trade, which currently stands at approximately 16-17%. The total trade that is happening of our GDP of 3.4 trillion is approximately 1.4 trillion US dollars. So this, the objective will be to see how we can be able to boost intra-African trade, mainly because we want to interconnect businesses across Africa. And especially in the advent of African Free Continental Trade Area, there are quite a number of networking opportunities. We are also going to discuss policy issues. We are going to iron out the issues of rules of origin so that we can foster and improve the intra-African trade. Other things that we're going to discuss is investments opportunities, especially in terms of logistics. How can we get our goods to go through across Africa? Because I think the greatest impediment is in the infrastructure industry, especially in shipping and road and rail transport. So we shall have several thematic areas that will address how can Africa attract investments to be able to boost infrastructure so that logistics and transport can be, goods can move faster across Africa. Of course, the outcomes is that even for Kenya, we know for our Kenyan economy to develop, we need both local and international investors, so we shall be able to present the opportunities that we need. We know Kenya requires approximately, for us to be able to provide employment and for us, at the rate at which is happening, we need approximately 15 trillion Kenya shillings in the next 10 years in terms of investment, in terms of foreign direct investment. So these are some of the things that we want to discuss and present Kenya as a platform of investment and the hub for Africa, especially in the service industry and in the manufacturing industry. Thank you.
Duration time limit for the summit, is it 1 week, 2 days, 1 day?
Yes, the summit is going to be held in May of 2025, and traditionally the World Chamber Federation summits usually take a whole week. So we are going to have thematic areas which will run for say 5 days, but equally also we are going to have exhibitions that will run for 5 days. And actually we are going to attract both regional, which means Africa, and also from the globe. We have over 250 MOUs that we've signed to share business intelligence, networking for businesses. And also as we are a member of the International Chamber of Commerce, where it's a group of 177 national chambers globally. So this is going to be a big opportunity for Kenya and for Africa.
Clarification on the attendance, is there any registration fees? Is free? For both
I think
international
it's a little bit
and
premature because the announcement was done on 26th, which is around 4 days ago. So we are developing the concept, and very soon we shall be coming maybe to your stations and even releasing press conferences and press releases in terms of whether we will require participant fees, but definitely in terms of exhibitions, there is going to be some facilitation fees for the businesses which are going to exhibit.
Thank you so much.
My name is Vincent from I'd like you to make a comment on the tripartite agreement between the East and the South and COMESA and the plans you as KNCCI have. How will you leverage on that to boost trade?
When you say East and the South, you mean in Africa or in...
That's Africa.
Africa.
Yes.
Or
that's
the regional
COMESA,
blocks.
East African Community and Southern.
Okay, there was someone else here.
Yes, my name is Trevor from KBC. I want to know, we've had these talks all the time we have conferences. We had recently, Kenya hosted the Africa Climate Summit. All these conferences, they tend talking and talking and talking and talking. You visited several countries as well to benchmark, and they have also come. Just recently we had Poland. How different is this going to be now? What will it translate to when it comes to the common management? How important is it to that person on the ground?
Okay, thank you very much, and Vincent, for your question in terms of the tripartite agreement. African Free Continental Trade Area is looking at the regional economic blocks, the RECs, to be able to hasten the process of intra-African trade. And therefore, the partnership, we know the East African Economic Bloc is the most developed regional economic bloc in Africa. And therefore, the partnership between SADC, East African Economic Bloc, and I think COMESA, there are several countries which belong to these two blocs, is a welcome idea. And as a business community, we really want to support that because we know Kenya is a very active participant and is actually the largest economy in the East African Economic Bloc. So Kenya private sector will benefit very much from this tripartite agreement. We know, yes, we've signed the articles of the African Free Continental Trade Area 3 years ago, but there are quite a number of issues in terms of tariff and non-tariff barriers, the rules of origin, and if we are able to bring these regional economic blocks together to speak into each other and to agree to each other, it means the agenda of having complete African Free Continental Trade Area in terms of the policy, in terms of tariff and non-tariff barriers in the next 9 years will come to fruition faster than we anticipate. And on the issues of the trade missions, exhibitions, and conferences, definitely, you know, business cannot happen in darkness. And as Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, we usually participate in trade missions and in exhibitions. And this presents a very big opportunity for marketing and networking opportunities. And you mentioned, I know you attended our incoming trade mission from Poland already. They have given us order for coffee. So this one will directly translate into money being into the pocket of the coffee farmers, because usually direct sales of coffee to the market will attract higher price than the auction price. And also part of the discussions we had is that they are also requesting for value-added coffee. So it means we are able to process coffee here. It means creation of jobs within the country. So in terms of these conferences, yes, it is part of the business marketing skills, because if someone doesn't know your product or your service, it means they are not aware and they'll not be able to partake in terms of requesting those commodities or service. Thank you. Yes.
Well, on local involvement, are there any plans to, or rather initiatives to involve the youth and the startups in this event?
Okay, maybe your name and your station.
Cynthia Masibo from the Mount Kenya Times.
Ma?
Masibo.
Oh, Masibo. Okay. In terms of involvement, first of all, I would like to say that we have over 31 sectoral committees of the chamber, and out of that, you mentioned the youth, and we have a national youth director who sits at the national board of Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and maybe I'll give that opportunity to her to sit on the hot seat and be able to answer that question in terms of involvement of the youth. But definitely, yes, we are going to involve, as I mentioned in my press release, all stakeholders, all sectors of the economy, all groups of business associations across the country, across the region, and globally. But to answer your specific question, I'd like to leave it to the Youth in Business Director, Irene Kim. You could answer. Maybe you can come closer here. You want to sit?
Good afternoon, everyone. We have plans to involve the youths. There's nothing that can happen in the country without involving the youths at the moment. We've seen the trend, and there's nothing that we can do as a business community without involving the youth. As you know, 75% of the African population is composed of the youth. So there's nothing that we are going to do without involving the youth. The youth are, their businesses are going to be part of what we'll be exhibiting, part of what will be presented, and that is what we plan to do at the conference. Thank you.
Of course, the media we're going to involve you, and I can see a majority of your youth. So please welcome as we develop the concept. I think Virginia, you're going to be a technical officer.
Yes.
Yeah, please, we invite you for involvement from conceptualization to activation and to doing the conference. So I think we are done with the questions. Thank you very much for coming. We're very sorry, maybe we did the press a little bit late. We are very sorry and we apologize for that.